you're somewhat pushed because, I mean, 1 billion, that's
Yeah.
a lot to cut. So have you kind of thought priority-wise for you that if you had to cut down to, the bone of it, that you would, what would be at the very top that you absolutely would not budge on?
Well,
or is it hard to know at this point?
It's hard to know, and I can't claim to have gone through and created a budget, where I would make those cuts, and it's probably a good exercise that I would take on and try to do that.
Because we already thought he cut it lean last time.
Yeah, and one of the things is the way I care about education and the embarrassment I have for funding of public education in Colorado, how low we are. I mean, that's an area where I don't want to cut at all.
Especially higher education.
Yeah.
I mean, what, 40% hike in, 3 or 4 years?
Yeah.
I don't know how they could do more and kids be able to go to school.
And we've got the challenging situation where if we don't cut, nobody wants to cut, and I don't want to cut K through 12 education either. When we don't cut from that, there's so little left anywhere else to cut that you're almost cutting entire programs out of existence when you go anywhere else. So, I mean, part of it is, I think, that in addition to accepting some tough cuts, we have to make some tough choices to accept that we need to bring in more revenue, and we need to take responsibility for that. We need to accept higher taxes, I think.
Which will go over like a lead balloon.
I
mean, I agree with you. I don't think it'll go that way.
And I guess another function of that, let me get to Eric, but another function related to that is that we're in such a mess because of Tabor. And from everything I learned from talking to people who are in the legislature now, that's on the agenda, is to fix Tabor this year. And to, we should be so much healthier than we are. I mean, obviously Kerry Kennedy has done a great job for our state, and it's a travesty that we won't have her in office anymore. But we've lost that safety net to a degree because of Tabor, and we're not able to kind of take the surplus and set aside things for the rainy day the way that we'd like to, in a way that would be responsible. And here are those rainy days, and we haven't had that to fall back on. So unraveling that is a very challenging process. I'm glad to hear people are committed to it now, because I was upset about a year ago at this time. No, it was earlier this year, hearing our legislators say we can't take that on in an election year. We can't take on higher taxes. We can't take on unraveling Tabor. We have to protect our seats, and we have to get reelected and keep our majority. I feel like by being timid about that and not standing up for our values, that's part of why we lost our majority.